You are live in Edinburgh.
I hope to be asleep in Edinburgh in like 25 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
So show 8. I've never done 8 shows in a row before.
One more and we can make it.
One more. This is the hardest part. It's a 9-day stretch. We've been here almost 2 weeks now. I did 2 shows technically today because I did a concert, which I'll tell you about.
Super cool.
And then we did the show. Okay, you go.
I just want to talk about that for a second. It's one of the things we talked about coming home. So before we even came here and Lisa booked her venue, one of the main things was like you have to pick your time slot. So not only are you trying to pick your venue, but then you're limited in time slots because they have limited venues, they have limited time slots for that venue.
And there's a lot of pressure. They're like, if you don't take it, someone else is going to grab it, so make your decision.
Tomorrow
like,
it's gone.
What?
Here's the contract signed, send us the money. If not, it's gone. But no pressure. Yeah, take your time. Just let us know by tomorrow, 8 a.m. So with that,
yes,
almost everybody kept pushing us and saying, well, pushing Lisa and me to go late. So they're like, anything before 6 o'clock, no one's going to even pay attention.
They're like 11 o'clock. The night is still young.
9 p.m. it just gets started. 11 o'clock is young. It's early. Well, like that's right now for us here. Like it's quarter after 11 right now here, and we're like, what? We're walking home now. Like we already ate dinner and we had to do some. You'll hear about our night, but like we're walking home and it's like it's Friday night and there's a lot of, I call them colorful people who are enjoying their Friday night after work, and they're loud and they're having a good time. I would not want them at the show.
They would not be down for a show about narcissistic abuse and healing with music and self-love and self-esteem and family. No.
And I couldn't even imagine, like, so we're when we go home, our flight's at like, we have to be at the airport by like 6 a.m. or something here.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine trying, like, we would have to stay up all night. Hands down. Like every night so far, we've been up to like 2:30 in the morning because it's only like 8 o'clock for us back home. So we're like, I'm not tired at all.
Yes. So if you are stand-up comedy, if you are magic show, if you are
theatric, if you're like a circus act, or you're like
good late,
you're a choir. Choirs rock here, apparently. If you're a rock choir, you'll sell out.
Aw, be nice. Maybe they're really nice.
No, I'm sure. Well, no, I don't. They don't seem
nice.
very nice.
Their music is nice, but they're very like. As I was walking into
it's not nothing original. It's like karaoke. It's choir karaoke is what you're watching.
It's all rock songs. It's like
it's cool.
Shut up and dance with me. And then what do they keep saying? Video killed the radio star. And Oliver's like, what does that mean? What does video killed the radio star mean?
Yeah.
I was giving him a little pop education. But they like stand in the doorway of the venue and they're like, are you here for the rock concert? And I'm like, no, I'm Bridges. I'm the other show. Can you like share the space, please?
Yeah, like stop acting like you're the only act in town.
Anywho.
And then their raving sold out fans come outside after and just giggle and scream and laugh and are obnoxious, like while other shows are going on still.
Loud. They're so loud. So do not pick the Space Triplex.
One more day.
Small theater.
One more day.
Because there's a vent that goes outside and every single sound goes straight into the theater. And they just don't give a shit.
Yeah, every silent moment in your show has someone laughing, making jokes. Yeah, I know.
And then the venue was like, "There's nothing we can do about it," and I'm like, "Yeah,
great, awesome,
thanks."
But even the tech guy, he's like senior. He's like a senior
tech
guy
today.
Yeah, but even him, he's like, "Where's that noise? Like that's annoying." And now it's like, yeah, that's what we've been trying to say for a week. Every night.
Every show.
Every night. Same thing.
Show. Imagine you're like telling your deepest, darkest, most vulnerable secret to someone and 35 people are cackling and laughing and throwing a party when you're trying to share a deep dark secret. So it is a mood killer, but there's absolutely freaking nothing we can do about it. So you gotta work with it, and that's it. Yeah. So we had, Wayne. He's all right. Yeah, Wayne's all right. Yeah. He's gonna. And even him,
like he made like.
He's gonna be good.
He was off on timing by like a second. He was like, oh, "Sorry, I did that. I'm so sorry. That won't happen again." He's like, "That won't happen again. That was my mistake." I'm like,
all good. Dude,
I'm like,
all good.
We've had 4 times. That complete cue was gone. It didn't exist.
Yeah. I had to be the baby.
I'm like, don't worry.
Wayne got the baby.
You got it. You pressed play.
Somebody finally hit the cue. Yay! So that's good. So let's talk about, there's wins and then there's drama.
Emotions.
I'm down with it personally, but the wins were a few wins. So I got to live out my childhood dream and give a concert today, and it was so cool. Freaking cute. So it was literally like a street performer. There was like a pop-up stage and then a microphone and we had the sound cues, and people were like sitting. There was like, a couple bleacher kind of like
gorgeous
things.
Day.
And it was a beautiful sunny day, and some people were walking by, some people were stopping, and it was just a cool honor to be able to do all original songs, because I know they don't know the songs, and the songs don't have any like context to them, because it's like they can't sing along, but I literally got to rock out, and I literally was just like, I don't even care, like I'm just here to have fun, like I wasn't nervous, like nothing. I was like, it's a beautiful sunny day, like I'm just gonna sing my little heart out. And it was cool to think that, like, 3 years ago I had never sung in front of anyone professionally, like ever, and now I got to put on a 20-minute concert, my own stage, of my own original songs, for 20 minutes in Edinburgh at the largest arts festival in the world. So that in itself was like a massive celebration. Cool. And it was so cute, because as soon as my concert was over, this little boy who's 10 years old, I asked him his age, because I was like, oh, my son's over there too, and he's 9. He comes like literally like beelining for me, like, and I was like, oh, no. And he's like, that was amazing. He's like, I really like your songs. And I was like, aw. And I was like, well, what was your favorite one? And he's like, The Warrior. He's like, that's cool. And I was like, and I was like, that's right, buddy. I was like, so you always remember, whenever you feel sad or whenever someone's trying to get you down, I'm like, you're a warrior. I'm like, you're tough, you're strong. And his mom was like, and then Oliver came over and they were chatting. We were chatting about like when school starts and all of that. And then they're only there for the day, because he goes, Mom, we gotta go to her show. We gotta go. And then Mom's like, no, honey, we're only here for the afternoon. Like, they're from London. If you took the train in or whatever, they're just coming to Edinburgh for a day. And then as I was walking out, another lady walked by, and she was like, that was the best lunch break I ever had. She's like, your music is amazing. She's like, that was amazing. And I'm like, thank you. So that was very cool. The downside. No,
you're not done the cool yet. Eduardo was there.
It's not Eduardo. It's Roberto. Our photographer that cried from last night. He was there taking pictures for like Getty Images, and like so I hired him, but then the Fringe also hired him to come and cover some of the events, and he was like, oh my god, I didn't even know it was going to be you, and and here we are, and so that was very cool. So we got some pictures, and he got some of me, and it was like, and then he came over when I was talking to the little boy, and he was like, her show is amazing. You should really go see it. It's an honor. So that was a huge win. The only negative about that part was that we were flyering after, and I was like, are you going to go see a Fringe show? I'm like, no. You going to see a Fringe show? No. People were like, really angry today.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But that's okay, because this is like this changeover, which I didn't know. So my PR person tells me this like now, 11 days into the month and 8 days into the festival. She's like, oh, yeah. She's like, the first wave of Fringers are out, and the second wave is coming in tonight for the week. Yeah, so she was like, you're getting all the locals, and all the locals are just like annoyed that Fringe has taken over. Like, they either love Fringe or they hate Fringe, and they mostly hate Fringe. So like, most people are like, oh yeah, I'll take a flyer. Yeah, tell me about your show. Okay, cool. So they're like, no. And I was like, okay, everyone's angry, so I'm just gonna not flyer because everyone's mad. So I'm just gonna enjoy my day and not piss people off and all is good. So the concert rocked. The show, we had two people. And that was a bit of a like going there. We had 0.
Yeah, it was only one like 20 minutes before.
So I was like, well, we're still going to show up and we're going to see what happens. And then literally like on the bus ride over, which was like maybe a half hour before the show, we had one, and then one more came.
Ended up being
two. Which is totally fine because it ebbs and flows. And again, PR was like, yeah, that's normal. And you have to plan for these down weeks or these down days like today. And, you have to have your flyering done early. And I'm like, okay. You never said that to me. This is the first time you're ever telling me that the first wave is out. Like, this is completely new information. Would have been really helpful if you had told me that before I came here. But
even like 2 days ago.
Yeah, we just would have. Not the day of that you tell me that flyering should have been happening the days prior to plan for today. So
or even to say like if your numbers are really low, make sure you get out that morning.
Whatever.
And hit the main spots.
So if you're coming out to the festival, there's like these week changeovers that happen like Friday to Friday. So you can expect for some numbers to be a little bit lower, like Thursday, Friday kind of thing. Would have been helpful to know. Hi, buddy. But in hindsight, it doesn't matter. So it's cute because I went in there and I only had one at first, and my tech looked at me and Wayne said, "You only have one person," and I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Do you still want to do the show?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And he's like, "Oh, right on then." And I was like, I don't care if I have to give somebody a 1-to-1 show. I'm going to give them the best freaking show of their life. Yeah. And we had 2 people, and they were amazing. Yeah, they laughed, they clapped, they cheered, they were they were talking to me at the end. They didn't stay after because they probably had to go, but no, they were a very receptive 2 people. So I was like, that's a freaking win, man. You don't cancel the show. Like, that's 2 lives I can help and 2 lives I can change. I guess maybe other people cancel the show. But, of course, it's like when you have 21 and 22 and 17 and 19 and then you have 2, you're like, oh, but that's actually normal. Pulling 21, thanks, Dave. Pulling those numbers is fantastic. So, you never know who those 2 people are and who those 2 people know or just what's going on in those 2 people's lives. That I was like, I'm not, and it just makes me a better performer because I'm learning how to play to a small crowd, so that was very cool. So the show went on and it went really well.
It's a great show.
And to be pulling numbers and getting people, is fantastic. And then it was very cool. So then the sticker debacle, I'll let you tell them about that quickly. We don't have to rant too long about this, but.
Yeah, so Lisa you were awarded Hidden Gem review. So they give you like a laurel, essentially. It's like Hidden Gem. It's from the review place company. So long story short, Lisa reaches out to press and she reaches out to her PR and the event company. And she's like, I just got this amazing review. What do we do with this?
Yeah, we told them this yesterday.
They're like, basically we're like, we've seen other people with their posters and their flyers in the event studios with these with
their stars or
their review, and they're like, they have this little banner across that they printed. Anyway. You could tell somebody did it because it was always the same.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they all said, great.
No, the press office didn't even answer me.
Yeah, they didn't even know.
And Valerie, my PR, said,
that's great. You got to get your ass over to a print shop. Design it, get it printed, get stickers made if they have them. If not, get tape and scissors and staples and get your ass down and to all the places that have all the posters.
Which is everywhere.
We have 250 posters everywhere, not just in one spot. They're everywhere around the city. Yes. We have a lamppost that's 15 feet in the air. We have banners that are in front of the castle. They're down this street. They're over this street. They're in this back alley. They're in
well, it's not a back alley.
Well, it's on a back street.
Yes.
One.
Anyway. Where are you going with this, babe?
So I was up at 9 a.m., which is 3 in the morning. And I'm making these little banners. I'm making these little.
Doing what we were told.
Doing what I'm told. getting it ready. I'm reaching out to print shops and seeing who was close to us and see who we can get it done with.
Then the Fringe shop gets back to us and they're like, you can print it, but we're having problems and you can't print in color.
Print it in color, only black and white. And then Lisa found out that you still have to pay.
Yes.
So you also have to pay. And this is like downtown, so it's like a 15-minute bus drive.
Anyway, we get the dang things printed.
We get there tonight. We get there early tonight to put up some of the posters to start this process. They already did it. So whoever, I don't even know who did it. We still don't know. Press office?
I guess.
The people who replied, that's great, we don't do that.
They never replied to me. They never even
they still haven't replied to
They've been CC'd on all the emails.
And they never replied.
No.
So they did it. So they basically went, but only
my venue.
Yeah.
So you can, only my posters in one venue. So not the like 5 other venues and the 4 other posters and then like all the flyers. So after all that, we were like, oh, wow. So it was like rush and get this done as soon as possible. And then they did part of it for us.
Yeah, we still needed some of it, but like we would have probably printed like half. And of course, being at Fringe, being that there's a million other people here, the print shop charges like
an
arm, a leg, a left foot, and a right eyeball.
It was like over $100.
Yeah, it's like over $100 for some stickers, like a tiny like. Yeah.
And back home, it would have cost
probably like 20 sheets of paper.
And back home,
home, if we did it ourselves, it would have been probably $20.
And if we would have paid for somebody to do it,
probably 50.
Yeah.
40.
So it's just that was an adventure.
Yeah.
That was an adventure.
And even restaurants are like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. But the restaurant we ate at, they let me put a poster up, which is very cool.
Yeah.
So
if you stay, it's like as if you were in Toronto or New York City, right? You stay in, if you're going out in downtown, like prices are 5 times higher, like to the point where it's like $25 for like burger and fries.
And then this was very cool. So you probably, I don't know if you can see, but probably not. We put the little sticker. I don't know how. We put the little sticker in the middle there, but this was fireworks going on
as we're putting the sticker
on it. As we were putting on, that light is bad, but as we were putting on the sticker,
let me see.
There was fireworks going on.
Anyway, it was at
the castle.
It was pretty cool.
I was like doing a concert today, putting out my sticker, fireworks happening at the castle,
that was really cool.
Over my sign, getting to perform in Edinburgh. I don't even care that it was to 2 people. I still had a fantastic performance, and they were a really lively crowd. Those are definitely the wins. The only negative was I heard back from those student reviewers that basically like attacked me and attacked everything online and wrote a horrible thing. And they were just like, we're posting this review. We'll take out all the personal attacks. I was like, gee, thank you.
Wow,
that's really kind of you.
You acknowledged it.
But I was like, you're going to, I could like report you to the Fringe Society essentially. But they were like, since you leaked the review online.
You leaked.
Am I like TMZ or something? Like, am I being punked? I'm like, these little student punks are like coming at me. So they're like, since you leaked the review online, we have no choice but to post it right away, and it's going to affect your ticket sales. And I'm like, you know what, buddy? You just take it down a notch, okay? It's not going to affect my ticket sales because nobody's even reading your stupid student reviews that are completely uneducated, and people are still coming. And the hidden gem is overshadowing all the negative and the hate. It's just so interesting because it's like, I think I've had 6 or 7 reviewers now, and like 6 have been glowing, and 1 was just like, man, that review is just so off the wall hurtful. Just completely criticizing everything. But we were sitting at dinner, which is very funny, and you were reading me the Hamilton reviews.
I told Lisa, I'm like,
I love Hamilton.
I'm like, there's bad press about anything, you name it.
Yeah. I
literally looked up like bad Hamilton reviews.
And you found a bunch.
I could have just went on all night.
And that made me laugh.
Yeah.
The part. Go ahead.
Anyway.
I was gonna say the part that just bothered me is that they literally wrote that review hoping to sabotage my play. And that's just like, what? Why would you ever do that to somebody? It's like, silly. Grow up.
Silly.
Grow up. I realize I triggered something deep in you, little boy, but holy like authority complex. Anyway. You're a student review site. Take it down a notch.
Go on all night.
But anywho, so that just the day, just doing the concert and doing the show and getting the award and being here in Scotland, and just we walked through the gardens a little bit today, and it was just like a gorgeous day, and that little boy running up to me and having the conversations with the family, and like it was just cool. It was a really cool day, and all of that just overshadows all of the hate that gets thrown your way and all the negativity and just all the stupid things that get thrown your way. Even that was beautiful. It's like beautiful fountain by the castle. It was a good day. It was a good day. So tomorrow is show 9. Oh my God. 9 shows in a row.
Yeah,
we
need Sunday.
My voice is still strong. Thank God for Roger Love. I do his 30-minute vocal warm-up every day, and that keeps me healthy. I'm not eating dairy. I'm only having like 1 coffee, so I'm like cutting caffeine. I'm not eating any dairy. I'm not eating any gluten. I'm not eating any citrus because all those things like irritate your voice. I'm attempting to cold plunge in like the smallest tub known to man. Like it doesn't even. I think it's like a tub for children.
Yeah, I don't even think it's really meant to be like.
I don't even know. Yeah, so I wish we had a little bit. I wish there was a way. I guess I could do the cold ass shower on me. I haven't done that yet, but my body feels good. I have this constructive rest. It's like a 13-minute kind of breathing meditation that Jean-Louis Rodrigue, my movement coach and my acting coach, recorded for. Well, he actually recorded it for Josh Groban. No,
Josh Brolin.
Brolin. The one that was in the Goonies.
Yeah, Josh.
And a bunch of other things. Brolin, that's it. Josh Brolin. Yeah. So I actually have this minute. He was like, it's the same one I would send you, and I just sent it
Josh.
I just sent it to him.
Don't mind.
So I have this, amazing meditation that I do every day that helps my breath work. And I was really worried. I don't want to jinx it, but I was really worried like I wouldn't be feeling good 9 days in a row. And that's like a Broadway schedule. So
that's what they do 9 days in a row?
No, they
have
do
blackouts.
8. Typically it's 8 because they do like.
But even how?
Well, no, because they do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday they'll have 2 and then a Sunday matinee.
I see what you're saying.
So 7 to 8 is like the most shows that a Broadway will do. So
it's not days.
This will be show 9.
Shows,
well, and they're not solo shows.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's Herculean to take on a 70-minute solo show with 20 characters and 11 original songs. Like there is no even like what was it? Not last night, but the night before, or was it last night? I think it was last night. I have like water breaks built in, so it looks like the character is taking a break. But I actually like broke character for a couple seconds last night.
It was just too hot.
And went over and took water. And we have like electrolyte stuff in the water. But it was so, there's no air conditioning like in Scotland. And it was so hot in the theater. And I was like drenched. And I was like, I just need to hydrate right now. Like I can't just get away with like 1 sip of water through the whole 70 minutes. I need to hydrate. So
that was a benefit of tonight too, only having 2 people. It was way cooler.
It wasn't hot, and it wasn't like
because
I'm not soaked.
I think today is like a low numbers day, because even the show before us, they have higher numbers, and even them, they said they didn't have high numbers.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Yep.
He hit on me, the one guy. I don't think he knew you were sitting there.
Creeper.
He's like, have a lovely show, Gorge.
Well, he doesn't. And he doesn't know who I am. He could think I'm like a tech operator.
I was like, thank you. Goodbye.
Maybe he thinks that I'm your son's babysitter.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, Gorge.
Goodbye. But
okay, Gorge.
Aw, you're the only one for me, honey.
Aw, thanks.
I told everyone publicly today, in my concert.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, I didn't. I said I won't have any spoiler alerts.
I know. I was gonna say you didn't even tell them. You said the opposite. You said maybe he doesn't. Maybe he runs away.
Well, I can't tell them how it happens. They have to come see the show.
Anyway.
Anywho, so it's all good. So the day is good. I mean, this is a crazy place. It's Herculean out here. The amount of things you have to do are insane. But I'm learning so much about myself and about the show and about how it's impacting people. And, my friend Susan. Oh my God. Yes.
She's
Susan's friend, Susan. You know what that reminds me of?
Susan's for Susan.
Yeah. What is that?
Magic
For
Susan.
Susan. What was that? I forget who that is on Netflix. The magic guy.
What's
Magic
that show
for
called?
Susan.
Magic for Humans.
Magic for Humans. Yeah. Or
he does a little skit. Magic for Susan.
Yay! I'm so glad she's gonna come.
That's cute.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Small world.
That makes me so excited. It is a small world. And I hope she'll, I'll be able to have this experience with her. And it's been, it's been very deeply moving to, it's interesting too. Like I saw another show that was just fantastic about sexual assault, and it was raising awareness, and it was talking about trauma and what trauma does to your brain, and just how men are allowed to get away with. People know that they're, these certain men are handsy, and they, how come we don't protect women more in the public, and all the shaming that comes with it. Anyway, long story short, it blew my mind. It was so well done, from the set to the stage to the acting to the writing to the performance to the emotion. I bawled my eyes out, in a healing, in a good way, because I was like, God, I'm so happy this work is being out in the world. And it was like 3 stars. And I'm like, man, like the social and emotional change plays like mine and like this one are just getting hammered. And then, because you're seeing it now, like we had to put our thing on the stick, our sticker on the thing. So I'm seeing everyone shows that are getting 4 and 5 stars, and all the stand up, all the circus. Again, not saying that they're not deserved talented, at all. I'm not saying they're not talented. I'm not saying they don't. Of course, I'm sure they deserve their 4 and 5 stars. Like they work hard for it, like we all do. But there's just such a bias against women. Same thing. It was like a women-led. It was a women-written, women-directed, women-led show. Mine is an all-woman, except for Drew. He's not a woman, but. My director is a woman. My producer is a woman. I started it. I'm the creator as a woman. Like there's just so much. It's so hard. It's such an uphill battle when you have a show that's raising awareness. It's hard to pull an audience. It's hard to keep people. It's hard to get recognized. And as much as they say, oh, the stars don't matter, of course they matter. People base what they see things on based on the stars. And I know critics don't have a lot of power, but then when they go and they give these things 1 and 2 and 3 stars, it does have a little bit of power. And I just wish that there was room for everyone in the arts to really, thrive. And it's hard. It's hard, but it doesn't mean that you stop doing it. And it doesn't mean that you're not touching the right people. And it doesn't mean that the right people don't need to hear it. And that it's not, making a difference. They were wiping their eyes tonight, those 2, and they, cheered so loud after, which was great. So it's proof that even 2 people in an audience can be an amazing audience. When you have 20 some, great. But when you have 2, it doesn't mean that they're,
when you have 20 and they're dead inside.
In the beginning.
And then you have 2 that are lively. I'd rather take the 2 than the 20.
So, every day is a different day. But that was today. So tomorrow I connect with Jean-Louis. I have a coaching call with him to kind of fill him in on how to go out here and get his wisdom and his insight. And then we have show number 9. And then Sunday we get a break. We're going to go to market tomorrow. There's like a little farmer's market.
Yeah.
That filled my soul last time with other artists.
This one's supposed to be like bigger. And
yeah. And then we might do a ghost tour.
Oh, yeah.
We're debating.
We're going to probably push it to later in the month.
But we'll see.
We're not in a rush.
We'll see. So, yes. Jean-Louis Rodrigue. I love him. He's the best. He always sets me straight. He is the best.
Yep.
And same with him. I know he would never steer me wrong. His direction and his, he said, your play is phenomenal. And it's just people criticize what they don't understand. People criticize what brings up things in them that's uncomfortable. And that's just, I guess, part of the responsibility I take on with having a show like that I have. So, but when it clicks, like the other night when that girl said to me, your mom is my dad.
Yep.
And that whole exercise about writing the letter is going to change my life. Right? Yes, I trust that man more than anyone else. I think I even said that to him in our last session. Like, I was like, I'm all right, right? And he was like, oh, yes. He was like, you are brave. Your show is powerful. It is expert. It is expert led. It is expert written. He was like, you are. And it makes me think about.
He just keeps calling you, too. He keeps calling you like an amazing actor. You're an amazing actress.
He's the best. He's the best. And it makes me think about Dave. You'll appreciate this. And I'll kind of end on this. That just makes me so happy, Susan. Let's get distracted by that she's coming. Susan's friend Susan's coming. I love that so much. I think about Bo Eason, who always tells us about his son Axel, who's like playing this bigger game to get into the NFL, and not to get caught up in like the high school drama of high school football. And I feel like Fringe for me out here is a little bit like that. Like, yes, I know it's the largest arts festival in the world, but it's just a tiny piece in the big pie
where you want to go.
Of where my career is going, where this show is going, where creative work is going, where my, influence and purpose and impact in the world is going. And this place isn't the be all end all.
No.
It's building the skills and the resilience and the joy. Today was like, I had so much joy.
That was great.
Singing my heart out on that stage and connecting with that little boy and, doing the show for 2 people.
Yep.
I loved it.
Yep.
I loved it.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful day. I keep remembering I'm in Scotland performing every single day, doing what I love.
So cool.
That's the most important thing. And I'm so happy to have you and Oliver by my side.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
Oh, it's so fun. I can't believe we've been here for 11 days and home stretch with this first little run. Got to get through tomorrow and then we rest. So, all right. Thanks for being here. And that's that. That's a wrap on show number 8.
It's right here.
And we'll let you know. Thank you. Because I'm not really sure where I am, what day it is. When I'm eating, when I go to bed, what I'm eating and when I'm eating. Next week will be better because we're 11:45 a.m. show. So we'll at least have time before and after, and we'll have a little bit more of a balance, I think.
Everyone will probably be still sleeping.
They will be.
Or just getting up.
What will that be? 11?
It's
6,
like 5 a.m.
6. It'll be like 6:45 a.m. on East Coast.
Yeah.
And it'll be like 3 in the morning
morning
if you're on
West Coast.
the West Coast. So
Crazy.
I'll be performing at that time. So
You'll be done before breakfast.
Aw, thank you, Ellen. It means so much to me. I need it sometimes, when people are trying to beat you down. You just need. I leaked the review. I thought that was the funniest thing I ever heard. I leaked the review, so now they have no choice but to try to affect my ticket sales.
Whatever.
Oh, you take it down a notch, you.
Just put that in a box and throw it in the fire somewhere.
Exactly. Anywho.
All right.
Thank you. I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll let you know how tomorrow goes. All right. I'm off to shower and sleep.
Bye.